Hello listeners, welcome to my channel. I'm Judy from Hong Kong. I feel so glad you are here with me. In 2014, I wrote a book named A Silent Strong Man to cherish the memories of my father, who passed away the previous year from a fatal illness. Today, I want to share with you the time when my father stayed at the hospital to confront his illness in this podcast. I will read every line of the whole real story to you with every podcast for several minutes. I hope you will find love, meaning, and message inside it. A Silent Strong Man. Chapter 1. Continued. This year, you all have to buy them in markets, Father continued. Don't worry next year. Next year, Mother and I will again make them for all of you. He could not stop saying. We just laughed and laughed, offering him our best wishes and saying to him, "Of course, next year we want more. You and Mother have to make more, for we find they are far more delicious than those sold in the markets." Obviously, we could tell how painful it was being ill, staying at the hospital, and being unable to be with their loved ones, especially at festival. We all learned that Father would have quite a way to go to make a recovery, and we fully understood it required not only the capability of his whole body's function, but also crucially, his mental tenacity. Given any octogenarian, it would only be a grim challenge for him. May called me, expressing to me some of her feelings. She said she was very much worried, saying she was afraid Father might give up. She had once or twice peeped at him, revealing a face of friction. She said she was sad seeing Father suffer. That's my feeling too, sister. However, try not to think of anything negative. The only way to answer such a challenge the family has never encountered is to be positive. I replied to her as a way of consolation. We two sisters, sharing a lot of love growing up together, like a pair of twins, always reveal our feelings to each other without hiding. Today, Father appeared a bit offbeat after discovering that there were two artificial excretory openings, not one as he expected, made for his liquid and solid waste excretion respectively. They were located on the two sides of his abdomen. Before the operation, we had seen Dr. Chiu in his clinic, listening to him explain the situation Father was in. He said he would remove Father's bladder when there was a necessity, and he could only judge without fail as soon as he cut open the abdomen when the operation was underway. Therefore, Father realized that his bladder was gone in the operation with the two openings he now found. He seemed feeling a bit worried. Back then, we threw this critical judgment onto Dr. Chiu, trusting him to be professional enough on one hand, and on the other hand, we had asked him to go all out to have Father preserve his bladder if possible. He then further explained to us that there would be one opening made for the solid waste excretion if the bladder would be good enough to preserve. As to the opening for solid waste excretion, it would also be temporary, with him saying there would be a second and small operation to close the opening a few weeks after the first operation was done. Father was a person who could better accept facts than anyone can. Once he knew the bladder was gone, meaning there would forever be an opening, making him forever carry a bag for urine excretion. He said humorously to us, "It's not bad. I don't have to spend time peeing in the washroom." With a slight chuckle, we stood beside him and laughed too. Yeah, Father's life lesson was, when you cannot beat them, join them. When there's no way out, find a way out. When you cannot find a way out, stay calm and try not to exaggerate. When pessimism holds swing, be all the more optimistic. He was always a person of this and worse in chorus. for listening. I will go on reading the story to you in my next podcast. If you want to hear all the story with me, please subscribe to my channel and you will not miss any bit of it. See you in my next podcast and have a nice day.